CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
In one of the previous episodes, I had mentioned about the Navagraha Kritis of Sri Muthuswami Dikshidhar and also said that each of these compositions is a treasure in terms of giving us details about that particular graha, a complete comprehensive kind of information about that particular graham and the benefits that one derives by rendering this composition and so on. So after seeing this episode, one Rasika wrote to me that it would be nice if I could at least explain one particular Navagraha Kriti in terms of the meaning so that he could understand what are the details that Dikshidhar has tried to cover through his compositions. I will take up just one composition, the first of this Navagraha Kritis, Suryamurthe, in the Ragam Saurashtram, set to Dhruva Talam. This, obviously, from the name you would have understood that is dedicated to the Surya Bhagavan. And through this composition, it's absolutely amazing how Dikshidhar has packed so much of information about the god, the Graha, Surya. In fact, if you want to know anything about Surya Bhagavan, this particular composition will suffice in terms of giving the complete detailed history and the background of Surya actually. So let us look at into the composition now. I will sing line by line and try to explain it so that you understand it better. Suryamurthe namostute. So he begins the composition with Suryamurthe namostute. So salutations to the Lord who is in the form of Surya. Sundara Chayadhipate, who is the Lord of the beautiful Chaya Devi. Now here again, who is this Chaya Devi? Chaya Devi is actually the Chaya, is the substitute of form of Sanjana, who is actually the wife of Surya. Surya Bhagavan is married to Sanjana, the daughter of Tvashta, but she is not able to bear the scorching heat of the sun, that is Surya Bhagavan. Hence, she created as a representative her own shadow or the Chaya to be the sun's wife, and she leaves for her father's place. She goes off to her father's place. So this Chaya is nothing but the shadow of Sanjana, and so here the mention is to Sundara Chayadhipate, the one who is the Lord of this beautiful Chayadevi. So with this the Pallavi ends, so it comes like Suryamurthe namostute Sundara Chayadhipate Suryamurthe. So with this the Pallavi ends. Now coming to the Anupallavi. Karya Karanatmaka Jagat Prakasha Simhara Shadhipate. Now let's split up the words to find out the meaning. Karya Karanatmaka. So one who is himself both the action as well as the cause of the action. Then Jagat Prakasha. So the one who illuminates the whole world. Then Simhara Bhate. So the one who is the Lord of the Simha Rashi. Then the next line. Arya Vinuta Tejaspurte. So one who is worshipped by the noble, that is the virtuous people like the Aryas, and also one who shines with absolute brilliance, Tejaspurte. So the sun is the one who actually enlightens the entire universe, and thus he is also praised by mankind. We also see there are numerous references to the worshipping of Surya right from the Vedic times to the modern literature. We see how the Surya Bhagavan is worshipped in various ways. Then, Arogyadi Phalata Kirte. Arogyadi Phalata Kirte. So one who is responsible for good health. And Surya is the cause of life in this world. We also know that about the number of health benefits that one gets because of the sun rays falling on us, and it's been also scientifically proven about this beyond doubt. The rays of the sun are very, very important for the well-being and good health of every individual. And in this context, we also could probably refer to the Surya Namaskara, which when done properly actually maintains perfect rhythm of the body, mind and soul. So with this, the Anupallavi ends. Karya Karanatmaka Jagat Prakasha Simhara Shadhipate Arya Vinuta Tejaspurte Arogyadi Phalata Kirte Surya Murthe. The charanam is slightly bigger and gives more details about the Surya Bhagavan. It goes like this. Sarasa Mitra Mitra Bhano. Sarasa Mitra. This is again very interesting, where he calls the Suryan as the friend of the lotus. We all know that according to both scientific and poetic conventions, the lotus actually, the bud blooms only when the strong rays of the sun fall on it, and when it's evening and the sun sets, automatically the lotus actually sinks in, and then only in the morning when the sun rays fall on it, again it blooms. So that's why Dikshadhar has also very intelligently called the Suryan as the friend of the lotus flower. Then again he uses the word Mitra. In this context, the second Mitra is synonymous of the sun or the Surya. Bhano, so one who shines or one who enlightens the entire world. Then Sahasra Kira Nakarna Suno. Sahasra Kirana, so the 1,000-rayed source of light. Sahasra means 1,000. Sahasra Kirana. Then Karna Shuno, so one whose sun is Karna. The next line. Krura Papagara Krishano. So Krura Papahara Krishano, the divine fire which swallows all dreadful sins committed by us, the people. Then Guru Guha Modita Swabhano. We know that Guru Guha is the Ankita Nama or the Mudhra of Dikshadhar. So he says as Guru Guha Modita, that is one who delights Guru Guha. Then Swabhano, that is, it means one who is self-luminous. And next line. Suri Janedita Sudina Mane So one who is praised by the learned and the wise, and one who makes the Sudinamane, that is one who makes the good day to happen. Then Somadi Graha Shikha Mane. So one who is praised by all the grahas, including the Chandran. Then Dhira Chita Karma Sakshine. So one worshipped by the brave, Dhirarchita. Then one who is the witness of all actions, Karma Sakshine. Then Dyatara Saptashvara Thine. So one who has a chariot which is drawn by the 7 horses. Now the 7 is a very important number, and here it's interpreted in different ways as 7 representing the 7 days of the week, or the 7 colors of the solar spectrum. Now if we look at the Carnatic temple in Orissa, we see the 7 horses named after the 7 colors. 7 colors we know: Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So here there are names for each of them, that is Sahasrara for violet, Indra Neela for indigo, Neela for blue, Haritaka for green, Pita for yellow, Kaustubaha for orange and Rakta for red. And the same concept we can also see in the Kumbakonam Suryamurthe temple also. This concept of the 7 horses we are able to see. Next, Saurashtrarna Mantratmane, one who is personification of the 8-lettered solar mantra or the Saurashtrarna mantra. Here again another important aspect you must have also observed, that while mentioning about Saurashtrarna mantra, he also beautifully incorporates the Raga Mudra, Saurashtra. The Raga Mudra here is incorporated in a very meaningful manner by Dikshadhar. And of course, again, as I always say, that is where the genius of Dikshadhar lies. Then, Saurashtrarna Mantramane Sauvarna Swarupatmane, one who is an embodiment of the golden hue. Sauvarna Swarupatmane. Then Bharatisha Hariharatmane, one who is of the Trimurti Swarupa, that is, he is the embodiment of Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma. Bhukti Mukti Vitaranatmane, so who is the liberal bestower of enjoyment as well as the concept of liberation. Let's sing the whole Charanam together now. Now that the meaning has been explained, I am sure that you will appreciate the composition much more for the Sahitya Bhava. Sarasa Mitra Mitra Bhano Sahasra Kira Nagarna Suno Prura Papaghara Krishano Guru Guha Modita Swabhano Surijane Dita Sudinamane Somadi Graga Shika Mane Dhira Chita Karma Sakshine Dyuyatara Sapta Saurashtrana Mantratmane Sauvana Swarupatmane Bharatesha Hariharatmane Bhukti Mukti Vitaranatmane Surya Murthe Mostute Sundara Chayadhipate Surya Murthe. Also, this kriti is in the Sambodhana mode, that is, this kriti is in the 8th Vibhakti. And in conclusion, we could say that this composition is not only replete with Sangeeta Bhava in terms of exploring the beauty of the ragam Saurashtram, but at the same time, we also see that what a treasure it is in terms of giving us so much of information about that particular graha Surya. Like this, if you examine each of these compositions in this Navagraha Kritis, you will understand how Dikshadhar has, within a composition of say about 8-10 lines, packed so much information for us. And it is very important thus, especially in the Navagraha Kritis, for us to not only look into the melodic aspect and enjoy, but also the Sahitya aspect, which has so much to offer.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.